I honestly, I think his take is kind of an oxymoron because how you gonna have Kobe Bryant's mentality and then LeBron's IQ? That don't really make any sense. Kobe Bryant played a lot of hero ball. Kobe Bryant played a lot of hero ball, shooting over 2 to 3 people, and LeBron he would never do that. He would rarely ever do something like that.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom. On this episode, we're going to discuss how one of our call-in panelists had a problem with Tracy McGrady using Kobe as a mentality for the perfect NBA player. Now, recently, Tracy McGrady gave his attributes for what he considers to be the perfect NBA player of all time, and he used Kobe's mentality. So let's listen to Ishmael explain his issue with it.
And then you have Kobe Bryant's mentality, LeBron's passing. He's gonna play superhero passer. I don't know why NBA players always refer to Kobe as the king of mentality and all this. Like that doesn't even make any sense. I think it kind of devalues Kobe as a person and his personality and his capability as a great basketball player. When people pose as like, oh, he had this mentality, like, and then like, what do you mean? Like no other player
You know,
really practices and really.
yeah. You know what? Let me give you something on that, Ishmael. If you give me a chance to give you an understanding, because I'm gonna help Travis out, because Travis is ready to choke you about Kobe Bryant. I think I think the idea of Kobe Bryant's mentality is misquoted or misunderstood by the actual Kobe Bryant fans and Michael Jordan fans. Kobe's mentality wasn't just being a dog. He actually understood the game of basketball.
Exactly.
He studied the
Right.
game of basketball. He understood his place. I mean, he had things where Tex Winters said that he used to keep Tex Winters up late night, just calling him, asking him, okay, yo, on this spot of the floor, when I'm doing this during the triangle, can I shoot here? Can I? You know, he really tried to figure out how he could score in the triangle offense to still be a part of the offense without messing it up. So Kobe, every criticism Kobe ever took, he took it in and tried to make himself better. So the mentality of Kobe wasn't just being a dog. It was just about absorbing the game and learning how to effectively put it on the court night in and night out. Like that's what Kobe did. His workout ethic was for that. He wanted to be ahead of everybody else. So the mentality wasn't just jacking up a bunch of shots over people making bad plays. It was being prepared at every moment, understanding the game at every moment.
I enjoy getting better. But as a leader of a team, it's also your responsibility to elevate the rest of the guys. And what people tend to get stuck on a lot is saying, okay, the way to make players better is to pass them the ball when they're open. That's a very trivial way to look at things. What you have to do is you have to get them emotionally to want to be better. You have to get them to an emotional space where they wake up every morning driven to be the best version of themselves, right? And how do you do that? Right? And in practice, for me, it was a chance to drive them, to challenge them, right? And this is where you have to know your teammates, because if it's late, you just had a back-to-back and we had practice the next day and you show up and guys don't feel like going through the motions, don't feel like practicing, it's important to know each and every one of them individually, personally, because then you know what nerve to touch. Some guys, it's like, okay, come on, we can do this. That'll get them going. Other guys, no. You got to figure out what button to push. Powell was always Spain. If I tell them how they lost in a gold medal to us and how they're going to lose again, how I'm going to beat your ass in practice, just like I beat you in a gold medal game, he'd hate that. He'd hate that. But that's what practice was. You have to drive them. You absolutely have to.
I just recently saw Kobe talked about how he had to understand a teammate that asked him. The teammate said, "Yo, I need you to trust me," something to that effect. Like, I need to believe that you trust me as your teammate. And Kobe was like, "Of course I do." But Kobe didn't understand what the teammate meant, because in Kobe's mind, of course I trust you. You're my team. I have to trust you. At some point, I'm gonna need you. But he was saying that it was important to the player because of that player's journey, where that player came from, his background. So he was explaining how, as a team leader, to be a better teammate, he had to start understanding those nuances of his teammates, where they came from, their background, their motivation, what inspired them, how they got to this point, how they view themselves. So Kobe's mentality was bigger than just being a ball hog. So I think that that's something that would help you understand Kobe. Kobe was just a basketball player. He just loved the game of basketball.
And
So
it's
his,
Right.
Johnny,
everything,
that was beautiful.
yeah,
I'm not a fan.
yeah,
That was
yeah. And
Right.
everything he did was basketball for 20 years. Everything was all basketball.
Right.